Welcome back to another edition of Research Fantasy Presents our MLB DFS Pitcher Picks for Wednesday, May 31st, 2017. Rough night last night in terms of pitching, unless you had Robbie Ray and Luis Severino, who turned in very, very strong outings, especially Robbie Ray, absolutely dominating the Pittsburgh Pirates. But that's what happens sometimes in daily fantasy. Every ace is going to have an off game. That's what we saw with Chris Sale yesterday. If you had a lot of exposure to him, probably wasn't a good night for you, but that's why you should always have some exposure elsewhere just in case the inevitable happens. Probably won't happen to Sale more than 2 or 3 times this year. Good to know that one of them is out of the way. We can probably roll him out next time with little issue. Let's start out with my 3 favorite tournament pitchers of the day on a slate that's actually pretty solid. I'll start out with a guy who's going to be hard to stomach after we watch the Angels put up a huge number on the Braves last night, and that's Jaime Garcia at $8K on FanDuel. I believe he's 7,200 or so on DraftKings. What it really comes down to, I had to take a deep breath there because it's tough to say things like the Angels aren't a good lineup without Mike Trout. But it is true. I mean, they're just not as good. Yes, we saw them scrape together a lot of runs last night, but at the end of the night, they're just not that good. Jaime Garcia has actually been fairly good as of late. And if you look at the numbers for the Angels against lefties, other than the fact that they don't strike out, at all, they're like 19.5%. The WOBA, the ISO, the hard hit, all really, really bad, which is kind of shocking considering when you look at their left-handed hitters, which would make them better against righties. It's only Cole Calhoun, and then the rest of the team is basically right-handed. So I don't understand how they're so poor against left-handed pitching, but I'm not going to have a ton of ownership, but I'll certainly take some shots tonight. I don't know what the ownership's going to be like on Garcia. I want to say it's probably going to be low, but it is really tough to tell in MLB DFS. I do think it'll be low. I think he's a highly risky option, but he's someone I'll still look at tonight. Next up, let's go to James Paxton coming off the DL, taking on the Colorado Rockies, traveling to Seattle on short notice. They just played a game last night, and they'll be playing a game about 24 hours later in a different environment altogether. I love you targeting the Rockies after they leave Coors. Typically, we get a day break in between, but I'll take this. This is going to be an entirely different hitting environment. And Colorado just didn't look great last night in a couple of other games in this series either. So I don't mind running out Paxton as long as I know he's not going to have any kind of pit limitation. I'll have to check that out as the day goes on, read what the beat writers are saying. If I see anything to the negative, I'll attach it to this article to this video so that you could see as well. Otherwise, he's a very solid pitcher, someone who was supposed to take a step forward this year. I have no doubt that he should be able to do that in this matchup. Love me some James Paxton tonight. There's a lot of places to go at the top. I won't fault you if you want to go with Jacob deGrom. I just don't know what it is, but I really want to go with Max Scherzer. The Giants don't strike out a lot, under 20% against righties. 281 WOBA, 1.133 ISO, 29.4% hard contact are below league average, and it's not even really that good. It's pretty below league average. So I think Scherzer should be able to deal with this lineup relatively easily. He obviously gets the benefit of a big park to work in. So I think he could see another double-digit strikeout total. Wouldn't shock me if he was the highest scoring pitcher on the night. That'll wrap it up for our MLB DFS pitcher picks for Wednesday, May 31st, 2017. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel below. Head over to Facebook, like us there at Research Fantasy, follow us on Twitter at Research and Win, and join us again tomorrow.